Festus Keyamo, senior advocate of Nigeria, and the Minister of State, Labor and Productivity, and also the spokesperson of the APC Presidential Campaign Council. Him don't enter DSS say, hey, make una go arrest Peter Obi and the running mate, Senator Datti Ahmed. Say these two people, they incite Nigerians to violence. And say, if they not arrest them now, say wahala go dey. Say people feel collect notoriously inside this country. Waiting Peter Obi and the running mate do. Okay. Because say Senator Datti Ahmed enter national TV. Talk am say, make this country not do the mistake of swearing in an unconstitutional government on May 29th. Say if they try am, say they go kill democracy inside this country. Which government they call unconstitutional? Now the government of Tinubu and Shetima. If they swear them in to become Nigeria's president, him talk say the election will bring them in. Say it no go well. Say they don't meet with the constitutional requirements of 25% inside FCT to be declared winner of the election. And so, if these two people are sworn in as president and vice president, say wahala go dey. Say democracy will be gone forever inside this country. Now, waiting Festus Keyamo here, him run go meet DSS. Say go and arrest these people. They are inciting Nigerians. If you don't arrest them now, then there will be problem. Now, make I ask Festus Keyamo. Festus Keyamo, senior advocate of Nigeria, where were you when MC Oluomo inside Lagos State been threatening the whole Igbo people? Say make they take their time. Say if they do anyhow, they go see anyhow inside Lagos State. So, waiting him talk MC Oluomo, no they inciting. Festus Keyamo, where were you when Bayo Onanuga, the media personality at the aid to your APC Presidential Campaign Council, where him come outside say make Igbo people take their time inside Lagos? Say this will be the very last time that they should get themselves involved inside the Lagos State election. Okay, waiting by your Onanuga talk, you know they inciting. Him even come on top. Him even come put Eisen on top of him talk. Talk say he owes nobody any apology. That is Bayo Onanuga. Say him owe nobody any apology for waiting him talk. So you now will be Festus Keyamo, where they claim senior advocate of Nigeria. You want to make sure that the right things are done. You want to make sure that nobody is inciting Nigerians against each other. Where were you that you couldn't carry these two people, enter DSS or petition them to DSS? You don't talk anything. Now person will come outside, can't talk the truth, tell you say, look, don't swear in a government that did not meet with the constitutional requirements. Don't swear them in on 29th May. If not, democracy will be gone. Now that person, now you come outside, you want bad mouth, you want me to go arrest, make DSS. Your boy na DSS, make they go arrest them. I beg, make una help me watch waiting Festus Keyamo talk as he take touch this matter. I'm gonna watch.
Oh there, but you don't say you don't recognize a legitimate government. That is treasonable felony. What Peter Obi and Datti Ahmed are doing is treasonable felony, and we must draw the line for them now. That is your interpretation. No, it is not. It is what it is the courts to when you don't recognize a legitimate government that has gone through the process and it is legitimate, and you say you don't recognize it, you want to live your own life, it is treason. And let me tell you this. That's how you interpret it. What Peter Obi, the court now say what Peter Obi, that is when they will defend themselves now. But you must be charged first. Do you understand me? You will be charged for that. That's what I'm telling them to do. I'm not interpreting. They will charge them for that. Charge them and go and defend yourself. Why you are calling on people to protest? That's the remit of the states to do. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why I've submitted myself to process. Have I not? Did I come here to say I will go and arrest them physically? I'm a senior lawyer. I've instituted the process. I have started the process. And you see, what they are doing, let me tell you, they are living in a bubble of their own. Peter Obi, Datti, and his supporters, I'm saying this on air, they are living in their own bubble. They are not hearing the other voices of Nigerians who are saying, we hate your bigotry. We are not buying your message of Christian votes. We are not buying your tribalism. They are not hearing those voices. There are voices in this country. So no, hold on. There are voices in this country saying we don't like those messages. But they are not hearing those voices. They are living in a bubble of their own. And they will hear those voices very soon if they continue this nonsense they are doing. Right. As from now on, it's going to be propaganda against propaganda. Word for word, we will meet them everywhere, because Asiwaju has a mandate he will defend, and we're prepared to defend that mandate.
And you politicians are not afraid of burning this country with the manner in which you are describing.
Let me tell you this.
Una hear wetin him talk. He says Senator Datti Ahmed will be running mate to Peter Obi commit treasonable felony. Say why is he going against a president-elect, a democratically elected president? That is Tinubu and Shetima. So why is he going against them and bad-mouthing them and saying that they should not be sworn in? People will be saying democratically they were elected. Saying that treasonable felony. Okay, Festus Keyamo, him commit treasonable felony. That's Senator Datti Ahmed Abi. Where were you when the government of Buhari talks say 200, 500 and 1,000 will cease to be a legal tender, and a governor of your party, Rufai, hold a press conference, come talking, say lie, say make everybody inside the state keep to dey use the money, and say banks when they collect them they go shut them down. Okay, that one was not against that one was not going against the government of the day. Where were you that you couldn't petition Rufai to DSS? Una see say this guy no get sense, and now why Idris Abdul Karim, singer and songwriter, call him senior advocate of nonsense. Some people even call him senior advocate of nuisance, because the guy, he no just get sense. He no just get sense. Now make una hear Festus Keyamo interpretation of section 134 of the 1999 constitution. We talk about 25%. Say a candidate must get 25% inside FCT before he can be declared a winner. Make una help me listen to Festus Keyamo as he explain that section of the constitution. We want to watch.
There's what you call the spirit and the letters of the constitution, or the letters and the spirit of the constitution. There's also what you call the community reading of the provisions of any law. What has been long established in our laws is that the constitution and its provisions must not be read in isolation. These are very elementary principles that all lawyers know, and I'm sure you know that too. Those are the two things I've told as a guide to looking at section 134. One, there must be community reading, and there's what they call the spirit and letters of the constitution. First question to you. The constitution says everybody in Nigeria is equal for the law. There's equal rights before the law in Nigeria. That you cannot dispute. It's a standard, clear, settled provision of the constitution. Equality before the law. Secondly, if you say there's equality before the law, and you now say certain voters existing somewhere should now hold what they call the golden card to override all other states in the federation, does that meet the spirit of the constitution to make everybody equal before the law? You are now making people residents in Abuja higher citizens over and above other citizens of Nigeria. That is what their own warped interpretation is taking us to. That there's a special set of voters in Nigeria. Unless you woo them to that point of 25, you cannot be president of Nigeria. Even if you get up to 36 states, and you clear all, but Abuja will deprive you from becoming president of Nigeria. Is that kind of interpretation, does it accord with the spirit of the constitution? That is one. I'm not going deeply into the arguments. I'm only giving you peripheral arguments.
Festus Keyamo inside that video talks say the constitution cannot be preaching inequality. Say everybody is equal, every state is equal, including the FCT. Okay, now when the constitution suit una go heal am. If you know suit una go badmouth am. Who they talk am say this constitution, this 1999 constitution, make we do away with this constitution and have a new constitution. Una no agree. Everybody just carry deaf ear put on top this matter. Now you will see they use reach now. Now that same constitution want to work against you with the badmouth am. Obeni, that constitution talk 25% in 24 states and the FCT. So whether he preach inequality or he no preach inequality, he no concern us. Since we no change them, he still there. Make we abide by them. Una dey hear me? No be say when he come against you, you go to bad mouth am. Na lie. Constitution is it is very clear. This particular one, as Senator Datti Ahmed talk, say it don't need interpretation. It has been interpreted this already. So what are you telling us? 25% you must get in FCT before you can be declared. So whether it's preaching inequality or it's not preaching inequality, you know concern us. Now waiting the Constitution talk, and we must abide by it. Festus Kiyamo, if you not just get what you want talk, just enter inside, go sleep. Abi your children know on top social media they see all this disgrace where you just disgrace yourself up and down. How about now? How about your shame? It dey shame us. My people, one human rights organization don't come outside talk say, look, make una look, Buhari, you must not swear in Tinubu and Shettima. They must not be sworn in. That swearing in ceremony must not hold. Why? Because there are pending cases in court that must be decided before anybody can be sworn in as president. So, if you are tired on 29th, you can go. Put an interim government to continue until these pending cases in court are decided. So we can have a president that Nigerians voted for and confirmed by the law court. I beg, make una help me listen to this group. I'm gonna watch.
Today, in the heart of some, all this has gone to waste. You may have seen the video of some diasporans who tore their passports. Some under the Nigerians, what the Nigerians have done, same to the fabric of the identity, because INEC, through Professor Yakub Mahmoud, chose to silence their voice. So I ask, what is the value of democracy if the process that recruits its leaders consistently lack credibility? Perhaps the answer is at the International Conference Center, where Professor Mahmoud Yakub began, sustained and concluded collation and declaration of a candidate as winner of the presidential election based on falsehood, contravening the guidelines and the Electoral Act. It is most disturbing that this was done in the full glare of the world. Never has our democracy been so bad in impunity that it will cost our country many years of electoral excellence to correct. This was not the electronic transmission he promised Nigerians and the world at Chatham House. Professor Mahmoud Yakub has lied to Nigerians and has abused the rights of our choice. We hereby pass a vote of no confidence, and we call for his immediate sack and prosecution. Yes. We cannot afford to continue the culture of performing lawlessness without consequences. No. We are as strong as our laws and as tall as our institutions. We cannot afford to descend into lower than this. As a microcosm of the demography, the National Assembly represents our collective aspiration, desire, hope, and faith in a country that works for all. The laws you make devise the path of our corporate engagement as individuals and as institutions. The lawmakers should be inside of the justice, equity, and fair play. Our call to you is to take a stand with the people of Nigeria, whose place you hold in these hollow chambers, in their demand for a system that works for all, and call on the INEC to count our votes. This is the only way if the laws you make can hold the deserved essence and effect. We therefore call on President Muhammadu Buhari, whose commitment to free and fair election is engraved in the legacy of the Electoral Act of 2022, to immediately take a procedure that will bring Nigerians under the control of an interim government, pending the resolution of all litigation pending and pertinent to the conduct of the February 25th presidential election.
Who you hear in voice for that video? Now Dr. Moses Ogidi Paul. Now him be the leader of this group. Him don't talk about pop and clear. Say, look, Buhari, that swearing in must not occur. It must not occur. Look, make all these pending cases, may they decide all of them inside court before anybody can be sworn in. Una know why this guy they talk like this? Because him no say if they swear in any government, probably Treasonable and Shettima, say they will come, they use their power of incumbency, they suppress the law court, which no go make sense. So let it be that everybody is on a neutral ground on this matter. Put an interim government, let these court cases be decided before anybody can be declared or sworn in as president, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Very legit points. Make I end this presentation with fights, better blow wey happen between Oseni Rufai of Arise TV and former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, and I name be that. This fight, it no be small fight too. As they watch wetin dey happen, I say, gee, my God, is this really happening? I mean, help me watch this fight. You wanna watch?
Two things. And good to see you again, Mr. Peter Fayose, Oshokomola himself, Peter the Rock. All you have said,
thank you very much.
All you have said is a justification of continued illegality in our country. And a lot of people are taken aback because also you yourself have been secretly recorded by an army captain when you were hatching out election fraud plans yourself in 2014. And we all remember that experience. So is it that we should continue in that now? And I also like to ask you this honestly. If another person apart from Ahmed you supported won this election, would you come on air and say all of these things that you are saying, that people should move on without justice? You try to just rationalize what happened in Lagos. Yes, it happened in other parts of the country. But the killings, the hurts, the laceration of people's body and the likes, that happened in parts of the country, but most importantly, what happened in Lagos. So should we justify this now because it favors people that you were in support of?
Can I just correct you there? I take exception to your claim that I was secretly recorded, and I take exception that nobody has proven that. Yes, I can be recorded, but nobody will ever say to you that I said they should go and rig an election. And I want to say to you, I've avoided touching on this area. When you are talking about Nigeria, let us start with the press. And let us start with your person. You recall the incident on the bus lane and your attack on the police. That shows that you, as a journalist, a public analyst, somebody who is supposed to live above board, is not equally living above board. And he that must come to equity must have clean hands. I read a lot and I listen to your comments. I feel, like I said, we need to sit back and correct a lot of things.
But you give me a right of rebuttal. You give me a right of rebuttal on the bus lane incident because I put it to you, sir. You don't know the full story of what happened.
Excuse me. If you give me a right of rebuttal, if you go that lane, we will not make a sense of this program. I was invited by your station. If you didn't touch something that impugns on my personality, I will not give you an answer to that. So if you're asking a question, I told Ruben about it yesterday, and I specifically complained about you and your attack on the people you don't believe in as a politician.
No, I have a right to do my job. You can't complain about me to my colleague.
Excuse me. I am equally telling you, I know where you are. That's all right of you as well. That is technically not right of you as well. And if you want to make a sense out of this program, let us leave personal attacks, because you are good at that, and I'm equally good. If you want it, I'll serve it as well as that. So this program is meant to talk about issues of Nigeria and not issues of a person. We know where you are, we know where you belong, we know the parties you are supporting, but let's leave that out of the issue. For me, the election that brought Ahmed Bola Tinubu within the context of our conduct in this country is credible. It may not be the best, because you can't tell me it's Bola Ahmed Tinubu that killed the people you are mentioning. You can't tell me it was someone who that killed the people in Lagos. When there was an election in Ekiti, they hit me here on my back. A policeman hit me with the butt of the gun. Most of the journalists were saying Fayose has come with his drama again. I had 3 surgeries last year. I could barely walk again. But when it is good, and when it goes against people we don't want, it's the best of things that could happen. If you kick my leg, I tell you don't kick it again. If you kick it again, I will do everything to stop it. So let's leave it like that.
Okay, so Mr. Fayose, I'm going to give you a quick rebuttal. Number one, I do my job here objectively as I can.
If you give me one,
no, let me finish.
I will give it back to you.
Mr. Fayose, let me finish.
If you give it to me,
I have the right to respond.
I only responded.
I have the right to respond.
It's not personal between the two of us.
You made it personal, so I have the right to respond.
It's not personal.
Okay, so
between the two of us, you can take me out of this.
Mr. Fayose, I have the right to respond. I do my job objectively,
so that I don't have a free day. Congratulations.
Political party.
Congratulations for doing your job.
Yeah, please.
Congratulations for doing your job. I am not one of those boys, one of those politicians who belong to public domain to talk to anyhow. It is important to note that.
Mr. Fayose, can we make progress?
Thank you.
This is not a dialogue. This is a conversation.
I'm with you.
Yes, this is a program.
It's a conversation. And let him not get personal.
Yes,
let him not get personal on this program.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Our job is to ask you questions, you respond.
Ruben, I told you yesterday, and I mentioned Oseni's name particularly why I avoid Arise Television. And you assured me that you are going to moderate it in a way. Oseni cannot, if it's his job, go for my personality or my person on the live television.
It's okay. It's okay, Mr. Fayose. Can we return to the issues?
The fear of Oseni Rufai is the beginning of wisdom. All these politicians, what they do anyhow. You hear Fayose when they talk, say, hey, when you invite me, I tell Dr. Datti, say, I don't want to get any rubbish from this guy. May they cut chain for them, may they warn them. Okay, you want come on national TV, you call the one who want interview you, make you know do your work again, may you know interview you. They calm down, brother, they hear me, they calm down. Rufai give our woto. Oga, answer the question. Answer the question. Don't just come on like on top national TV. They tell us say the election that brought in Treasonable is free, fair, and credible. How now? And they call they dig up your own distinct matter. Now you call they provoke. Call they nakana the guy anyhow. If you are not ready, tell them say you know they come. Don't be say you call the court chain, say who go interview, may no interview. Wait to be that one. Now you dey pay him salary. He's doing his work. Rufai, Tuale. You have given a new dimension to journalism in Nigeria. And I respect you for that. They put these guys on their toes. Don't do anyhow. They put them on their toes. I like your style. I like your style. Because journalism, now what journalism they talk about, now be this, wanna be the mouth of the common man. Now they speak for us. So keep speaking for us. Rufai Oseni, Tuale to you. So my people, I go see una later. I beg. If you like this update, subscribe to my channel. I beg. Biko, Ejo, Da Allah. Subscribe.